tuning into Naturally Tanya. I know I look a little cray cray right now. You know, hair is parted, section, twist going on, all kinds of stuff. We don't know what's really good, Tanya. Um, I'm just gonna be showing you guys how I twist my hair at night when I'm looking and hoping and praying to get a good twist out the next morning. This is a style that I do all the time, especially when the weather is warm. It's just an easy go-to, and it can usually last me for the week. I do always use different combinations of products when I do this because I don't necessarily, products are important. The products you use, yes, they're important, but I do think the technique I use has a lot to do with the results I get. And usually the amount of twists I do varies on the type of definition that I'm looking for, if I want a more voluminous look, but all that is more to do with the takedown process, so I will show you guys that tomorrow as I'm taking down these twists. Today what I'm going to be using is my spray bottle here. It has a half and half combination of it's half water, half aloe vera juice. Most of my styles always start with this because I just think this is like must have. Like, it's good for detangling, it's good for moisture retention. It's just, my hair just loves this. I think it's just good. Just, you know, oops, it's good for all hair types and for everything. I'm also going to be using for my cream, I'm going to be using this Macadamia Professional Activating Curl Cream. Good for all textures, supports shape, defrizzing, color safe, cruelty free, all that good stuff. Looks like this. And my oil, I am going to be using this avocado oil. Nothing special, nothing fancy, just avocado oil, seal. And I'm also on my scalp when I'm done and around my like hairline, I'm going to be massaging in this Nature's Blessings hair food. It's a new product, something that I recently bought when I was in the hair store. I just saw it and I like the brand Nature's Blessing. So I just picked it up. It says it's for blah 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 to nourish dry and brittle hair. It's made with a vegetarian formula and good intentions. Ha ha ha. Humor. It also says there are beneficial vitamins in here, vitamin A, B5, D3, as well as African argan oil, African rosemary oil, and sage oil. And this is a product that I just kind of, it doesn't necessarily have set instructions. It's kind of like you use it according to your hair needs. But I'm going to use it as kind of like a scalp and root stimulator. I think these ingredients are all really good and promote hair growth as well, which is good. And it does have a sort of almost really light, faint Vicks smell, if that's at all. Yeah, it does, which is another reason I'm using this at night. I don't know why I associate that with just a nighttime fragrance. Like, I don't want to be walking around in the daytime with my hair smelling like Vicks. It's not really the movement. So I'm going to use it to just massage into my scalp when I'm all done with everything. And I did already go ahead and get started because, I mean, it was just going to be hard for y'all to see the back anyways. But yeah, what I also did was I usually pour my my oil in the top of whatever it is I'm using, so it's just easier because sometimes these things really don't come with easy, you know, they're not a pump. I mean, sometimes they do, but this is just, you know, it's just easier for me. So that's what I have in here. And it's always good to start off with dry, freshly washed hair. Well, I don't mean dry. Freshly washed hair that's been, you know, washed, deep conditioned, all that good stuff. The difference between twisting wet and dry is that when twisting your hair when wet, you're going to get a more defined look, I find, in my opinion. Like a more juicy twist out. When your hair is dry, it's going to be, it might be more elongated, but it might not, it doesn't hold as well. Usually I will only twist my hair when stretched if I'm doing mini twists, in which case I'm looking more, you know, it helps me retain length. Then when you twist your hair when it's wet or damp, you know, it does, of course, shrink up a little bit, but, you know, I always think that helps provide a little extra juice for your twist out, you know, a little juicy juice. So yeah, so I'm going to just go ahead and continue here and show you guys what I do. Typically, this doesn't really take me that long because I find it's good to train your hair in the parts, like the way that you naturally usually go about parting, because I part my hair in the same ways all the time, so it just falls into line, like it's easy breezy. So all I do, nothing special, nothing fancy, I just spritz with water because I don't want my hair like soaking wet. I just want it kind of damp, and I work this through. And I am going to do like a little light detangle with my hair. You might see me do that because my hair is freshly washed and deep conditioned. I did have a twist out earlier in the day. But when I was doing that, if I'm honest, guys, I was just too lazy to film at the time. So I was like, okay, let me wash out all these products and do this all over again. So yeah, here I am. A little bit of this product goes a long way, so that's all I have. I'm just gonna work it in. Then we're gonna add our oil. Again, you don't want to add too much. I don't want my it's not to make my hair greasy, which is why I like avocado oil. It doesn't really weigh the hair down, I find. And then you just want to take equal amounts of hair. Very important in a twist. Take equal amounts of hair. Try your best to. That way, you don't get to the end and then now one side is longer or something happened with the other side. One side ends and you still got this whole other piece that's just don't have a friend. It's not nice. And you just twist. Not okay. Start that over. Get that together. Get it together, Tanya. My face looks so oily right now, and I'm so concerned as to why. It's probably just been a long day. Because I usually have dry skin. It's like I have dry combination skin, but it looks so oily here on the camera, but so that's it. And then we just keep going. And depending on how big a certain area is, I'll split it up into more sections. Like my hair is normally I wash it in fours, so normally I'll do maybe 3 or 4 twists per section. Yeah, it just depends again on the look I'm going for. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this up here. Yeah, just depends on how I'm feeling. I do try not to make my hair routine too complicated because this is a good go-to for me because, sometimes they're nice where, you really don't want to be putting that much effort into your hair. You might not be feeling it. Maybe you had a long day, all that, you just want to relax. So this is something that doesn't take any time to do. Well, it takes time, but not that long. And I know I could feel good about myself in the morning and that I won't look busted. How I twist is, I'm gonna try to explain this in the best way that I can. I almost I take the hair, I'm literally twisting the strands and twisting them around each other at the same time. And I try to formulate more of a tight twist, it's not loose, I'm not leaving a lot of space. I'm making sure I'm using up all the spaces in between. And I also just still detangle the ends as I go down because you don't want to have knots and tangles when you're trying to take these down. That's gonna make your hair look, not gonna be cute. It's gonna look damaged. It's gonna look just gross. So you want to make sure that you're detangling to the best of your ability. That's pretty much it, So all good things start with this aloe vera juice mixture. And sometimes I do use the kinky curly curling the custard, their gel that they have. I do use that sometimes as a final step if I'm looking for a little extra hold. That will give you an extra 2-3 days of definition if you do that as a final step with your twists. I'm not necessarily looking for that kind of longevity right now because I do feel like I am going to do some kind of protective styling later on tomorrow or the following day. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll show you guys what I do. I might do some mini twists. I feel like I've been feeling the mini twist vibe lately. I don't know, something about summertime and mini twists. It's just a very easy go-to protective style. For me to do so. I'm just gonna, just want it out my way. Now we gonna go over here to the next side. Oh, the hair was damper than you realized. Whoops. So all that's happening here is I took the Nature's Blessings hair food and I start massaging it into like my hairline and the perimeter, giving myself a nice little gentle scalp massage, feels nice. Yes. So again, these are like what I consider medium chunkier twists. I mean, they could be chunkier, but doing them this size is fast enough for me, and it also allows me to be in control of how defined I would like my hair. If like I start doing this and then in the morning of I feel like, oh, I actually really want a defined look, or I'm just feeling the way it's looking, I can do that. Versus like sometimes if they're too chunky and then I take them out and realize it's not really what I want, there's not too much I can do. My hair's going in a puff for the day. Again, just spray with aloe vera juice. Use whatever curling cream you're using. You follow up with whatever you're using to seal your hair, oil, and then literally get to twist. because the whole point of a protective style is that you shouldn't have to do too much manipulation. So I don't really like to, one, I don't have the patience or the time to just be styling my hair every single night, and I don't think that my hair would really appreciate if I did that to it all the time. Like, you know, my hair just likes to really be left alone. So I usually try to do styles that'll at least last me the week where I don't have to like be in my hair all the time. And sometimes that's hard to do when the weather's nice, because I live somewhere where we have all 4 seasons, so the weather is not always what I consider nice. But in the summertime, you know, like usually that's when I want to be in my hair more. Like I want to be styling it all the time, and I do allow myself that freedom because it's my hair. But I do also, you know, remember that at a good protective style, you know, that's where my hair really flourishes. It likes to just be like, it's like we're friends, but it don't really want me, you know, around all the time. It's like, all right, just leave us alone, you know, like Tanya, just relax. So try to give it what it wants, you know. Yay! Oh, that last piece. You get so happy when you have that final piece. I get so excited. It's like, yes. The end is here. It's not near. It's practically here. This is also a time that I use to sometimes assess trimming and if I need a trim and what that looks like. So I try to always pay attention. So now that we're done, what I'm gonna do, just everything fell for me. It's okay. It's part of life. It happens. I'm just gonna take some of this. I already started around, as you saw when I got to the front, I did the perimeter. I think it would be a good little preventative measure, you know, like hair food. Do definitely believe, you know, I gotta nourish that scalp. And nature's blessing is usually, they always have formulas that are light, never too heavy, never like, you know, feeling super clogged. And also a good scalp rub is just so nice. It all just, you know, feels good, helps increase blood flow. They say you could even do this sometimes like upside down if you really want to increase the blood flow. You know, you kind of lay upside down for like a minute or two and just massage your scalp. But I do not always have time for that. I'll just get it this way. It's fine. Good enough for me. And you want to make sure you're using not your fingernails. You're not scratching your scalp. You know, it's not what the movement is here. You're rubbing. So you want to make sure that's what you're doing. Shouldn't hurt. Yeah. If your scalp massage hurts, you're not doing it correctly. Something's gone awry. So here I just continue to massage my entire scalp, and then I put my scarf on when I'm done, and I put my bonnet over that because I just like extra security. And then I take myself to bed because I've definitely rambled so much in this whole video. It's time for sleep. So it's the following morning, and I did go to the gym prior to this, but all I'm doing here is sometimes I just lightly spritz with aloe vera juice, use my Diva Curl Set It Free spray to maintain the moisture, and I use different oils just to help ease in the takedown process. And I'll link all these products down below. I don't really want to, like, ramble on and on, but I use the oils just to help for the little shine and to also so I don't disrupt the curl pattern as I am unraveling my twists. And yeah. Oh, I sprayed with aloe vera juice just because, again, I did go to the gym this morning and I was in the sauna, and sometimes that can dry out my hair a little bit too much. So yeah. So when I'm finished taking out all the twists, I look at the definition. It's pretty defined. I want to create more volume, so then I just separate each twist, and I will eventually, sometimes if needed, grab a pick and pick out my roots so that I could also create a more voluminous look. And this is it. This is the finished product, and this is all I have for you guys today. Sorry again, this video definitely could have been half the time, but I was just taking my sweet little time talking with you guys in the beginning. So hope you enjoyed, and until next time, bye.